and tonight we're going to be talking about a couple different pairs of climbing shoes. And to start us off, Cameron Epley.
Hi, I'm Cameron Epley. I'm a coach here in Frisco for Team Texas. It's a youth competitive team that competes all around the nation as well as the world. And we are going to bring our favorite shoes to you as far as indoor, outdoor, how they all fit, our feet, and what we recommend to other people. So we have Kyle Smith over here on the left.
Yep, I'm Kyle. I am one of the route setters here at Canyons Climbing Gym. I also help run the gym. Yeah, and here we have Zach Reedy in the middle, who brought this whole thing together.
Tried to. And
did it well.
Thank you.
Did it well.
So I'm with Rome Ready. We make custom backpacks, chalk bags, and everything else under the sun. And I might have a small gear fetish. And
It's pretty cool gear. Just say it.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless. Anyway, so Cameron, tell us about your go-to shoe these days.
So I used to be a big 5'10" fan for the longest time. I had a pair of the Team 10s, black versions, as well as 3 pairs of the Dragons. And when Butora, a new company to the States, came from Korea, I put on this pair of shoes. South side.
That's important. That's important. But this is that Kim Young Jr.
But for real though, I was struggling on a toe hook project outside in Alabama with my Dragons, which did not have much toe rubber, and I put these Butoras on for the first time. It was really no problem, and from then on, I've been wearing these shoes. This is my second pair of the Butora Acros. It's a really cool company. One thing that's really cool is they make all their shoes with a wide and a narrow fit, opposed to guy versus girls, because with the La Sportiva solution over there, there's a lot of guys who are wearing the females version because it just fits better. And this is always very unisex, so I really like that. Obviously, it's great for toe hooking. The edge holds up really well. The rubber is probably the best rubber I've used. It's super sticky, and I can toe on the smallest of jibs, and I really love this shoe. I can't really say more about it. I'm just excited to see.
That's an awesome shoe.
I'm excited to see what else they can bring because they're a brand new company in the States. So I'm hoping they can bring up some more cool stuff, maybe custom colors like green. Just saying, that'd be cool.
Canyons green.
Canyons green.
So I have a older shoe. I'm reviewing the TC Pros. I've had these resoled because the rubber that La Sportiva originally put on these did not stick for anything. And so I sent them to Yosemite Bum, and they put on some Evolv rubber, and now they're my go-to trad shoe. I use them for everything for crack, and then face climbing is pretty good. Slab is awesome. And then if you have a walk-off that say was supposed to be a quarter mile and it turns into 5 miles, that lack of an arch there kind of makes it nice.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience, Zach.
No. My wife might argue that one.
So I can see this has a higher heel. What do you have to say about that?
I like the high heels if you're going to be like jamming your feet into cracks. You do something short like this, and if you have girly ankles like I do, they tend to get beat up. Whereas if you have this nice piece of leather right there, it really protects it. They're not a very aggressive shoe at all. I mean, the flat sole should tell you that. So, gym climbing, not the best. I definitely like something that's a lot more aggressive like this, or like Kyle has some shamans here in a second to talk about. Heel hooking, also not the best. It's an outdoor shoe. It's supposed to be relaxed, comfortable, something you can wear all day, every day.
Longevity, like multi-pitch style.
Exactly. So trad shoe, awesome. If you're going to be in your harness for 3 or 4 hours nonstop, that's your shoe.
How do you feel about the laces versus Velcro?
Well,
You can think about it.
If it's a comfortable shoe, you can do the laces once and you can leave them on forever. I like Velcro for my more aggressive shoes because when I want to get out of that shoe, I want to get out.
Yep.
And same thing for getting into it. Usually you're like, all right, this is the route, foot in the shoe, pop, pop, go. Trad shoes, you're committing. You're going to be, the shortest trad route I've ever done is, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And in a gym, the longest time you spend on a route is maybe 5.
Yeah. Well, in here, a lot less than that.
Yeah, I mean, the routes are 30 feet tall.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a great shoe, really comfortable if you're going to be in it for a long time. Just check the rubber, make sure it's sticky enough for you.
Yep.
Otherwise, there's a lot of really good companies out there that can resole it for you.
You hear hit or miss on the rubber on those.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before, that it's either people swear by it or they can't stand it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
But now we have.
yep. My go-to shoe is the female solution. I always wore the men's version, and then they came out with the female, and it has a little bit of a smaller heel cup. And once they did that, it's a perfect shoe. I have no issues with this thing. If I toe down on something, I know I can stand on it and I'm not coming off. The rubber on top is fantastic. The heel is fantastic. The single strap cinches this thing down absolutely perfect. It's comfortable. It doesn't stink. I've had these for a while now. Climbed inside, outside with them, on granite, on sandstone. Seems to work everywhere. Particularly like sandstone though. Yeah, I mean it's an amazing shoe. I'll never, for as far as a go-to shoe, I'll never switch. I recently did though have the chance to acquire a pair of Shamans, so I did because I wanted to check something out because I didn't want to get too complacent.
One of the perks of working in a climbing gym.
Yeah, it might be. I didn't want to get too complacent. If something else came out, I didn't want to be blind to it and just go with something just because I swore by it. This is an awesome shoe. It really is. I wear these when I full run because they're really comfortable. Climbed in them in Vegas not that long ago. Ended up taking them off and putting the solutions back on.
Why? Why? What made you take them off and put on your solutions?
So this was it's a little bit softer than the solution. I mean, you know, the toe on the solution is pretty tough. So this was bugging my toes a little bit, and that's just a personal thing entirely. Okay. It had nothing to do with the rubber or anything like that. But I'm used to being able to toe down and not feel anything.
Of course.
So that was a little bit of it, and then trust too. I trust these.
Yeah.
I was working on a little bit of a project out there, and so as soon as I put these on, it just happened to go. I'm sure a lot of it's mental.
It's all routine, man.
But yeah,
it's
a lot of it's routine. But these are, for as aggressive as they are unbelievably comfortable. The 3-strap system, especially this little guy down here. If you want to wear it a little bit more,
those toes in.
Yeah, and if you want it to be a little bit more comfortable, you can leave it loose. They do have a little bit of a funky toe bump in the box, but really, you get over it pretty quick. I've heard some people complain about that.
Me, guilty.
Yep. Yeah, just change the colors, and it's
the
best shoe on the planet. I even take it in pink.
So, Kyle mentioned size.
Okay, yeah.
That's something that is very subjective to whoever's climbing. Now, tell us about the way you size your climbing shoes.
I do not size down. I wear size 10 on the street. This is a size 10. I believe these are like a 9.5. But I do not size down. I don't believe in being uncomfortable while I'm rock climbing.
Another thing about these Butoras, though, you know, like I said, I've tried a lot of different 5'10" shoes. I've gone to La Sportiva previously before that, and I will say these Acros are the most comfortable shoe I've ever put on. I can wear them all day. You know, as aggressive as they are, I've never been like, man, my shoes really hurt. And I go street size with these as well. I wear a size 8, and this is what I get. And you know, my first pair was actually 8.5, and despite the fact that they were half size bigger than what I needed, I really didn't notice any change in my climbing performance at all.
That's the way they're going nowadays. I mean, they're designed to be this shape, and they're designed to fit like they do out of the box.
Yeah, and another good thing is a lot of these newer shoes, you know, with my first pair, it did not lose its arch at all. Obviously, I don't have it with me. This is my new pair, fresh out of the box. But with my
those things are primo,
minty fresh.
Yeah.
Minty fresh, man. Yeah, with my first pair, it didn't lose its arch. I had it for a couple months, and one of my big complaints with the Dragons was, you know,
they lose
for a
shape
while
quick.
it just got really loose.
That's 5'10".
Yeah,
Yeah.
They lose shape.
it happens, but you know, it is
So-
what it is. It's shoes.
I mean, I don't even remember what these are as far as size goes.
Yeah, do you size down?
I size
in a
down
shoe
on my
like that?
aggressive shoes.
Yeah.
So, okay, La Sportiva, European sizing. These are a 41.5. On my Evolv shoes, I wear a 9.5, and I have a 10.5 foot. So I size down a full size.
Yeah.
And that's what I especially.
You have a new pair of these, don't you?
I've got the 2.0, so this
Okay.
is the 3rd iteration, and I've got the 2nd generation, and those are a 9.5, and they're great. Toe bump just rolls my toes over, so I don't even notice that I'm wearing a size smaller. And I like that toe bump, whereas Cameron doesn't.
Yeah.
It's funky. When I first put it on, it took a second to get used to, but once you do, like you said, it just kind of anchors your toes down in there in a really nice way.
Yeah, when you're pointing on like a little nib or something, I mean, it's just
tiny
It
air
allows you to
Awesome.
bring that heel up
Yeah.
too, and really stand, which is that's about all you can ask out of an aggressive shoe.
You know, and the nice part about both of these shoes, you know, you've got a great heel, so you can heel into a, you know, heel in, anchor in, and then pull yourself via heel. You know, obviously, you can tell Kyle's wearing these a lot, so edging isn't the best on these. The newer ones, really nice edge, so edging works really well on all of these.
As far as longevity, how do you guys feel about your shoes? With my first pair of Butoras, I climbed probably 4 or 5 times a week in them for about 4 months, and you know, doing that often with route setting and forerunning and being in the gym training every day and going outside, you know, for multiple day trips, you know, it really took a toll on them. But I feel like they definitely would hold up a lot longer for somebody who climbs a little bit more casually.
Sure.
What about you? What about you guys? How do you feel about longevity?
I
with your
feel like
shoes?
we're hard on our shoes.
Yeah.
We climb a lot, especially like you said with route setting. Man, those are long days, and I think that also is a testament to the comfortability of these things. I've had these for about a little over a year. I mean, they're starting to
I see
go
your
through.
toes
They're
a
starting to go
little
through
beat
the
up, yeah.
rubber, but they've been outside, you know, a dozen times too. So, and they've kept their shape. They've done well. I mean, it's about time for a new pair.
Or to be
But I don't
resold.
I get new pairs. I get new pairs. I know.
Oh.
I know.
Later video, I'm talking about
Get that
resoling.
discount.
I've never resold.
But
I should
Seriously?
try it. I should try it.
Oh man,
I have a lot of
you
shoes that
guys.
could get resold.
I mean, keep the shoes out of the landfill, man.
oh, I
Unless
keep
you-
all my old shoes.
I keep all my
What do you
old
do
shoes,
with
yeah.
them?
I hang them in my closet.
Yeah,
They're
same.
mementos, man.
Yeah.
Man, I use all my shoes.
Those shoes went
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
those shoes
yeah,
went
exactly.
there.
That's how I am.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. As long
Like
as you're not
I've got
throwing
my
them
first
landfill.
pair of Solutions. I still have my Nagos, like my original Nagos.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I know.
I have a pair of red chilies I bought in the 90s.
Nice.
Yeah, lace ups, old school. I've had some dudes like resell those and then call me up and say, "Hey, do you want to sell these?"
Really?
That's awesome.
Wow.
That was pretty funny. I was like, no.
No, I sent them to you for a reason.
Yeah. But no, I resole all my shoes whenever I start to see the rand. And so like I said, these are a resole.
Now you resold them real quick too. You didn't wait for the
Oh,
Sportiva
no.
rubber to go through.
No,
You just set them out.
The Sportiva rubber that was on those was just terrible. So I sent them off within a month of getting them. I took them outside twice. Once to Enchanted Rock and then once to the Wichitas. And I was doing some slab in the Wichitas and
Was over
Enchanted
it.
Rock also.
Yep.
Slipping all the time. I tried doing a face climb, slipping.
Yeah.
The only thing it was good for was like jamming your feet into cracks that you just hated and like
Yeah.
that was all that rubber was good for, and or walking 3 or 4 miles. So yeah, I put Evolv rubber on there, and the resole jobs last me, depending on how much I climb. I switch shoes, so up to 2 years, maybe 3.
That's pretty
So
awesome.
as far as resoling, I'm genuinely curious. I usually climb in my shoes until I can see my toe. Can you still resole after
You
that?
can. All right, so that's one of the things they talk about whenever you do a resole is
Later
your-
video.
Yeah,
Save it for later video?
Later video. But resole your shoes.
Resole your shoes.
Yosemite Bum is a great company to do that with. I don't get any pay from them. They don't sponsor me. I just like them.
Yeah.
Also got a group in Houston now. So.
Cool.
But there you have it. I mean, you have pretty aggressive, super aggressive, and